Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Believe it or not, one of the big reasons I moved to Phoenix, I lived in Seattle previously, was to get away from daylight savings time. I know it sounds weird, but I don't necessarily dislike the logistics of the practice. I dislike the fact that it disempowers us, right? It makes you feel like a slave, that you have to listen to what somebody tells you the time is, right? It felt really disempowering that we were just completely powerless to even have autonomy over what we set our clocks to. And I had thought, I was naive, I had thought that the pandemic would be a perfect excuse to finally end the practice. After all, people were working remotely. There was a lot more teamwork across the globe, right? Most of which do not use daylight savings time. In fact, China uses one single time zone, right? A lot of countries are much more progressive with how they measure time. I also thought the pandemic would be a perfect excuse to switch over to the metrics units. I really did. And I don't necessarily dislike the American measurement system. Again, it just feels like, it feels disempowering, that you feel like a slave, that you have to do everything this way and don't have a say in anything. I really do. That's the main reason, believe it or not, that I strongly Peter dislike daylight savings time, the imperial measurement system, among other things in American culture. Don't get me wrong, it's not difficult, although studies have shown that the time adjustment causes a significant increase in accidents and actually apparently even wastes energy, right? So much for even saving anything. I strongly believe that even the politicians don't personally love it. They love the power-hungry attitude that they have toward it, right? It's kind of like, I just left a very toxic job, actually. And part of the reason I left, I was working at a tutoring center, and what's really saddening is that I can't think of too many students I really Peter disliked, even the ones that caused trouble. You know, I still live in the area, so I sometimes see the students or their families while shopping, while out there, I don't have a problem with saying hello to them. They don't have a problem with saying hello to me. The problem was we had a very power-hungry boss who decided he knew how to run the place more than anybody else, right? So anyway, it's a long story. Actually, where I now work at Phoenix College, I also run into people who are well, not necessarily power hungry, but I was talking to a colleague about, God, I wish there were more hours in the day, right? I often poke fun at how I love everything that I do, but I don't always like the pace of things. And my colleague goes on about how he puts his foot down with the students and all that. And, gee, no, that's not what I want to do. I actually love all my students. I just wish there were, I could do everything that I love, but also have time for myself, right? And I'm not power hungry and having to put my foot down and all that. I just think that, for one thing, maybe, certainly anything that we can do remotely that will save the commute time, that would be more time for myself, right? But unfortunately, for some bizarre reason, whoever they are, want us back in the office, and again, maybe just a power grab of some sort, right? Anyways, to show your disapproval for daylight savings time, please dislike this video. I hope to gather 1 million dislikes. If I get 1 million dislikes, I hope to make some waves about it. Please dislike This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.